A lot of people were expecting signed CDs today, which Taylor's never dropped signed CDs on a Sunday, and I've been seeing so much wrong information about signed CDs, so let's talk about them. To begin with, if you click on this comment, I did an in-depth analysis of all of her signed CD drops since the Lover era. For signed items for Lover, they were released 113 days before. Folklore and Evermore were, of course, after the fact because they were surprise albums. The signed items for Fearless Taylor's version also came well after release. At one point in 2020, there was a rule that you had to release your signed items before or at least within 24 hours of the album dropping, otherwise they wouldn't count towards numbers. I cannot find proof that that rule is still in existence, so take that with a grain of salt. But all of her releases since Red Taylor's version, if she's released signed items, have come before the release. Which, if that rule is still in effect, it means she has to sell the items before or on October 3rd. For Red Taylor's versions, the items came out 3 days before Midnight's, the CDs were 18 days before, and the vinyl were 9 days before. And for the Tortured Poets department, both the CD and vinyl were sold 6 days before. Taylor's signed items have varied significantly in price. I've been seeing some people saying that they are the same price as the standard items, and that is simply not true. Signed CDs for Tortured Poets department were $25, Midnight's were $19, Fearless were $19.89, Red was $20.10, and there are varying prices, especially if they are in indie stores, because sometimes those are sold for less, and also sometimes she puts the signed items on sale like she did with Folklore. As far as signed vinyl, they are more expensive than the standard vinyl. For Midnight's, they were $39, and this is pre-tax. For the Tortured Poets department, they were $50. The standard blue vinyl for Midnight's, the Moonstone, was $29.99, and the CD was $12.99. So again, the signed items were more expensive. And again, we're seeing now that the signed items were more expensive with vinyl as well. Taylor can break from any pattern, but I do want to be clear that at this point, she's not dropped signed items on Fridays or Sundays, to my knowledge, based on all of my orders and tweets from Taylor Nation. Her most common day tends to be Thursday, but she's dropped every other day of the week, again, except Friday and Sunday. Based on potential drop patterns, somebody said that she's potentially mirroring her August drop, which would mean we should be on alert for this upcoming Tuesday and this Friday. But you'll see she also loves Thursday. I do always try to give you all the most accurate information and the most detailed information that I possibly can. I do spend a lot of time going back and looking at dates of Taylor Nation posts as well as my own orders and emails. If y'all have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments.